We've seen voice actors step down from their respective roles recently because they aren't the same race of the character that they were previously playing. Mike Henry has stepped down from the role of Cleveland on Family Guy. Jenny Slate has stepped down as Missy Foreman on Big Mouth. Kristen Bell will no longer be playing Molly on South Park, or Central Park, not South Park. Two different shows. Alison Brie has stepped down as Diane Nguyen. Nguyen. I don't know. I don't know. On BoJack Horseman, The Simpsons will be recasting their characters of color that are voiced by white people. So basically, these pasty white dudes and dudettes are being yeeted from their shows. Well, actually, not really yeeted. I think most of them are like stepping down. And if there are others, I haven't really seen those stories, so you can let me know in the comments below. Now, I've been trying to rationalize my position on this, and honestly, I don't have a solid one. So, this video won't consist of flaming hot takes, but rather lukewarm things to think about. I guess I should also mention that I haven't actually seen any of these shows, but I did see some clips of the characters, so I think I get the gist of their performances, but just I guess bear that in mind that I don't know the entire context of these characters and how these characters are always portrayed. I guess also keep that in mind and let me know if you think if there's something that I should know in the comments below. Honestly, the Cleveland Brown character to me is the most egregious. Like, the clips of it that I saw actually made me uncomfortable knowing that it's a white guy voicing the character. I mean, it's literally a white dude just doing a black voice. It's just unsettling to me. And don't get me wrong, some of the clips I saw were actually pretty funny. It's just a white dude doing that voice and making the jokes that they're making. It just weirds me out. I don't know. I guess it feels like a white guy or white people laughing at black people as opposed to everyone laughing together and being in on the joke. I don't know. Maybe that's going too far, and I should also say that I am a Hispanic white dude, so I do not profess to speak for anyone or tell anyone how they should think. I'm just expressing how it made me feel personally. And I'm not even saying that the creators of Family Guy and and even the guy who voices Cleveland, I'm not saying that they are racist or that they created and voiced the character with malicious intent. I mean, they could be. I don't know. I can't read their minds. I do not know. But that's not really the issue here. It's about the end product and how it comes across. And again, for me personally, it's a little weird and unsettling. And I also feel like I should mention that I'm not saying that you can't have that you can't have stereotypes in shows like these. I'm not saying that you can't make fun of people of different races. I guess for me, it would just seem a lot more inviting and not as mean-spirited if you had an actual person of that race voicing the characters in the show. Like I said before, I feel like that would make it feel more of a, hey, we're all making fun of ourselves. We're all here. We're all able to laugh at ourselves. I think that is generally that's kind of what the point of a lot of these shows are. From what I've heard and from what I've heard people talk about these shows, like the whole point of them is that everybody's being made fun of. Like it's not just one group of people. But I feel like if the groups of people that they were being made fun of were represented, it wouldn't come off as mean-spirited as it kind of does. The Apu character that I saw is similarly weird, but not to the same extent, because I don't think The Simpsons is as not crude as Family Guy, but I don't think The Simpsons goes as far as Family Guy does. And at least from what I saw, Apu wasn't really the butt of many jokes, so it doesn't. I don't know. I guess it doesn't. It doesn't feel as mean spirited. But again, I haven't watched a ton of The Simpsons, so maybe it is pretty bad. But then you have the Diane Nguyen. I don't know. I do not know how that is pronounced. The Diane Nguyen character, much like Apu, it's kind of weird, but not overtly offensive. She seems to be like much more of an actual character and not an offensive stereotype. So I don't know. It's still a little weird, but it's not as bad as Apu, nor definitely not as bad as the Cleveland Brown character. The other two examples are a little more, even more morally gray. And again, I haven't seen any of these shows, so correct me if I'm off on anything that I say about these characters. But first of all, the Missy Foreman and Molly characters, played by Jenny Slate and Kristen Bell, from what I read, are mixed race characters. So while they are dark-skinned, they're also technically white. So, and they also don't appear to be stereotypes. That like kind of like Diane Nguyen. They seem to be like more like characters, like actual characters, as opposed to stereotypes. So honestly, I guess I don't have much of a problem with these characters. Like, I think saying that we have to find mixed race actors for every mixed race roles, I think that's kind of a ridiculous ask. But I don't know. And so I know what the argument is going to be in favor of these actors keeping their roles. Well, what is acting if not pretending to be people that you aren't? So to those people, I ask, how would you feel if Daniel Craig played Martin Luther King? Not really. How would you feel if Daniel Craig, pasty, white as snow, Daniel Craig played dark chocolate, I was going to say King, but it's already in the name, Martin Luther? How would you feel? I mean, surely you'd be okay with it, right? It would just be Daniel Craig pretending to be someone that he isn't. Oh, but it being live action probably makes you feel uncomfortable, right? Well, the thing is that there isn't a real difference between the two situations morally. At the end of the day, they're both pasty white people playing persons of color.
And then you kind of remember, oh yeah, there is a history of white people playing roles that are saying things about certain races of people, and in animation, even though it's not as in your face, I can still I can understand people feeling those same effects, even if those effects aren't intended.
Now, I guess there's nothing inherently wrong with a white person playing a black role, or a POC role. It is true that acting is being someone that you are not. I don't think anybody's gonna get mad if a person who's not a cop plays a cop, right? Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. is not actually a playboy billionaire philanthropist. But when we get to something like the Cleveland Brown character, it honestly comes off more like a minstrel show than a genuine performance, right? But if we're looking at a character like Diane Nguyen, well, I guess I'm not all that offended by it. Like I guess like if I'm really just trying to take like my gut feelings out of it, my gut reactions out of it, I guess I'm not all that offended by like the Diane Nguyen character. But all that being said, why not just cast roles with actors of the same race of the character? I mean, for the purpose of there not being many opportunities for people of color out there. So why, if we're gonna have these roles, why not use them to fix the sort of imbalance that exists in the industry? If you have a character that's an Asian American or a black person, then why not just cast voice actors that are Asian American or black? And again, I know what the argument is going to be. You must cast the best voice actors. Race should have nothing to do with it. Well, are you saying that there aren't good Asian American voice actors? Did the casting director of BoJack Horseman scour the earth in search of a good Asian American voice actor? But alas, none of them could compare to the brilliance that is Alison Brie. I mean, probably not. You could probably slot in an Asian voice actor and probably gonna give the same caliber of performance as Alison Brie. Like, I mean, hey, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if Alison Brie's performance in BoJack Horseman is a revolutionary voice acting performance. That could be the case, I suppose. And by the way, I'm not saying that like casting directors should just grab some random Asian off the street instead of professional voice actor Alison Brie. I'm saying that a professional Asian actor could probably do as good of a job, if not better, than professional actor Alison Brie. Now, I don't think that this should be like a studio mandate or anything like that. I do think that casting directors and producers should have creative freedom to get the people that they want to get, Maybe there are specific situations where you're looking for a specific voice for your character. I don't want to take away the freedom of producers to make those creative decisions. I guess I just want these people to think about it. Think about whether or not this character needs to be casted by this pasty white Brad Pitt or this pasty white Alison Brie, or if giving a minority that role wouldn't in any way worsen the product. And again, I honestly don't think that Alison Brie is a racist person who maliciously stole the role from an Asian voice actor. She's probably just a person who took a job. I don't think that she should be canceled or anything. I guess casting directors should just take this stuff into account. If you have quality voice actors that are totally comparable, then go for the one who is the same race as the role, Give voice actors of color more opportunities. So, yeah, I guess those are my thoughts on the topic. It's honestly not an easy one, so let me know your thoughts. I don't profess to, be this the arbiter of knowledge when it comes to like race relations and systemic racism. Like to be honest, this entire topic is kind of out of my purview of what I usually get into, but I thought it was an interesting topic and I wanted to talk about it. So please, if you're watching this and you have maybe differing opinions, I would genuinely be interested to know your thoughts. So leave those in the comments down below. Goodbye.